Hi guys, what is up? My name is Karen, aka cakedbybabyk, and today we're doing another installment of Battle of the Foundations. Today we're going to be pitting the Hailey's Beauty Recent Liquid Matte Foundation versus the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. And when I was doing this video, I'll link it in the eye above or the description below, I found it to be very similar to the Fenty foundation, just in terms of how it wore on my skin, how matte it was, and just like how it felt overall and like the end result. So I was like, okay, we have to pit these two against each other. So we're gonna be doing Hailey's on this side of my face and then the Fenty on this side. So let's go ahead and get started. First off, we're gonna be priming my face with the Becca, this is the First Light priming filter. I never remember if this is the First Light or the backlight, but I've been using it recently again and I love it. It's a very hydrating primer. It smells like ginger to me, which is not a bad smell. Also, I'm not naked. I'm wearing a strapless shirt. I actually wore this primer with the Colourpop foundation instead of my Smashbox Photo Finish, which is my favorite. And it actually wore a lot better with this primer, just because people were telling me like the silicone in the Smashbox primer is probably what messed with the foundation in the first place, so it didn't wear well for me. So I do find that the Colourpop is better with this primer, or like a hydrating primer, just to give you guys like an update on that. So we're going to be doing the Hailey's side first. Let me put my hair up. And we're just gonna squeeze this out onto my finger and just apply it onto the face. I'm using my Morphe Beauty Sponge. This is like a super thick foundation, but I love it. Dwight is in my room again, so if you hear something, that's him. We're just gonna blend this out. I do find that the shade matches for this one. For Hailey's Beauty, it's like, for Hailey's Beauty, it's like a perfect match for me. For the Fenty one, it is a little bit orange because it does oxidize on me, so that is an issue, but honestly, I don't think people are gonna be looking too closely at my face. And if they are, they can catch these hands. Oh, there's Dwighty in the background. So we're gonna see which one is better on my skin. I do have combo skin. I have an oily T-zone, and then I also have dry, normal-ish skin everywhere else, which is why I like matte foundations a lot more than like dewy ones, because it can control the oil, and I get really oily around my nose area and my mouth area, so it tends to rub off there. So like matte foundations help control that a little bit more. Oh, flawless, flawless, look at that. Okay, so there is the Hailey side. Now we're gonna dive into the Fenty side. This one is a little bit more of a liquid consistency, so I'm going to pump this out onto my little mixing plate. Just gonna shake this up a little bit because it is more liquidy. Just gonna pump it out. Also, for the shades, I am in 430 warm, and then in the Fenty one, I'm in 300. I think this is like neutral, natural, but it does oxidize a bit on me, so I might need to go a shade lighter. So we shall see. I've been meaning to do that. I'm gonna flip this, so I'm doing the clean side, don't worry. I will say that the Fenty foundation has a very distinct perfumey smell, and the Hailey's Beauty foundation has like a more chemically smell, but it's not bad. Like it fades away once everything is like set in place. The Fenty one, I can like I can like smell the scent on my skin for like hours later, so I'm not really a big fan of that. I do like how the Haley scent kind of like dissipates after like... You wanna go outside? Okay, so this is what it looks like just after application. I can definitely say that the Fenty side, I can feel it more. It's not sinking into the skin as much as the Haley side, which is interesting because the Haley's foundation is a lot thicker than the Fenty one. This one is definitely more lightweight. Oh, also I forgot to mention the Haley's Beauty is $19.99, so $20, and this one is $32.34 at Sephora, and you can find this one at Target. So now we're just gonna do the rest of the face. I'm really scared that this side is gonna oxidize more and look a little bit darker, which I can already kind of see it happening on my forehead. I don't know if you guys can tell on camera though. But we're gonna do the rest of the face and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I am back with my full face. I do have to say, after using a setting powder, the Fenty side did kind of sink in a little bit more, so I don't feel it as much. I still kind of feel it more than the Haley's Beauty side, but other than that, it does feel a lot better than when I first applied it. So far it's looking pretty good. I would say that I don't think it oxidized as much as I thought it would. I don't know why I thought that it would. I think it's because I was wearing the Fenty one in pictures and my face just looked super orange, but I don't know, it may be like different lighting or whatever. But anyways, now we're going to wear this throughout the day and then I'll let you guys know how it holds up against my problem areas. Again, my T-zone, my nose, mouth area, and my forehead get really oily, and then I'm dry everywhere else. I can still feel like a little bit stickiness on this side, but honestly, it's not coming off. Both sides aren't rubbing off, so yeah. It is now 9:52 in the morning. I have plans. I have a full day ahead of me, so we're gonna be putting these to the ultimate test and seeing which one is better. So I'll see you guys in a few hours. Hey guys, so I am back with a check-in right now. Sorry for the whole like door open bed being not made. I actually just woke up from a nap and Dwighty was sleeping right there, but now he's like over here, so I didn't want to close the door on him and lock him out, but now he's in my room. He's just watching me right now. Actually, like I said, I took a nap and my whole Fenty side of my face, there was like hair here and it was like squished, and I was like scared to mess up both sides of my foundation, but looking in the mirror right now, both sides are actually holding up pretty well. I do have to say I look a little bit darker on the Fenty side, but that's not really something that I'm going to dock points on just because it does oxidize, and I knew that going in. The Haley's Beauty side definitely seems a little bit lighter, but for the most part, my smile lines on the Fenty side aren't really sinking in as much as they usually do, and this side is a little bit more problematic than this side. The lines on here are deeper than this side right here. My forehead creasing, let's zoom you guys in a little bit. Hello. My forehead creasing is not as prevalent on either sides. You can see around my nose, it's holding up pretty well on both sides, so it's gonna be really hard to like pick a winner at the end of this. Oh my gosh. I will have to say though, it does still feel really heavy on the Fenty side. Just like touching it right now, this one definitely feels a little bit more dry. Not like in a bad way, but like the foundation seems to have dried down a little bit more than the Fenty side. This one does feel a little bit sticky right now. So right now it is 2:17. I'm gonna wear it for a couple more hours. I'm probably gonna do some chores honestly, and it's kind of hot in my apartment. So we'll see you in a few hours. Hey guys, I am back. So right now it is 5:23 and I'm looking at both sides, and oh, there's a cat hair on my nose. I can honestly say that both sides feel and look the same. If anything, I'm gonna zoom you guys in right now so you can see. If anything, you can even tell that this Haley's side is a little bit more matte in my T-zone area than the Fenty Beauty side. It is getting really oily right here for some reason, and it is rubbing off a little bit, but this side has stayed put pretty well. As for my smile lines, It doesn't sink in as badly as other foundations right here. It's time for me to pick a winner, and I honestly don't know which one to pick. Obviously, I love the Fenty foundation and the Hailey's foundation like separately. The Fenty one does have its drawbacks because it does oxidize on me, at least. I've heard of other people saying that it doesn't oxidize on them, but the Hailey's one is a perfect match, and it is staying like pretty matte, especially on my face where I'm getting really oily and I'm sweating a lot because it's really hot in my apartment right now. But honestly, I would say that the Hailey's foundation is a really good dupe for the Fenty one. If I had to pick a winner, I'd probably pick the Hailey's foundation just because it is wearing slightly better on my skin. It's lighter, it's not as heavy as the Fenty one. And I was talking about this earlier, the Fenty one does have a really strong smell, and I can still smell it right now. It's very perfumey and it's pretty heavy, whereas the Hailey's Beauty one, it does have a scent, but it wears off. But yeah, I do have to go with the Hailey's one. I obviously still love the Fenty one. I just think this is a really great dupe. It is significantly cheaper than the Fenty one, so let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like, do you think there's a side of my face that looks different? Because I can tell like a slight difference, but I don't know if it's picking up on camera that well. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, all that good, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!